Hi guys, it's Mike here in Taiwan, and today we're going to talk about expats learning different languages in Asia. I'm just going to talk from my experience, so I'm not going to talk about any kind of niche languages like Vietnamese or Mongolian language. I don't even know. I guess Khmer is the language over in Cambodia. But what I'm going to talk about is Mandarin Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, because I've tried to learn all of those. And let's talk about utility. The first thing is that I would say probably Mandarin Chinese is the most useful because, obviously you look in mainland China, there's, a billion people or whatever. And I'm not saying that you can necessarily talk to all of them because there's also their kind of dialects, like Shanghai has its own dialect, Beijing has its own dialect, etc. But, you can at least get your point across. You can live there if you want to. There's just so many opportunities, even when I was talking to my friends over in Shenzhen, they're just yeah, come over, come by, whatever. And, they just really want to get into English. So, as far as Japanese goes, you can go watch Japanese animation. You can, do the, read stuff, go through the media and stuff. And actually, if you're really, really bilingual, you can get a job over in Japan. But the thing is though, too, aside from being an English teacher, you have to kind of acclimatize yourself to the culture, which I was not necessarily really crazy about doing. As you know, Japanese people are super into rules and stuff. In Taiwan here, if you sit in the elderly seat on the MRT, people don't care. But in Japan, they'll make such a big fuss over it. You're young, you're not supposed to sit there, you crazy foreigner, blah blah blah. So Korean, obviously if you like Korean TV shows and media and stuff and music, then it's really useful. Talking to Korean people is also kind of cool too. The thing is that if you kind of like the culture with Korea, and when I talk about culture, I'm talking about actually living there, then it's super useful because you could just go talk to any old person or whatever. They kind of have their own dialect, but at the same time, it's kind of only there's an island outside the outside of Korea, and I learned a little bit of the dialect there, but it's not useful. In my opinion, it's useful to kind of get familiarity when you want to talk to somebody that you don't know or whatever. He's oh yeah, I used to live in blah blah blah. You're oh yeah, really? Okay, cool. But yeah, so as far as utility, I'd say Mandarin Chinese. As far as usefulness, I'm sorry, not useful. It's easy, how easy it is, right? For me, I kind of acclimatized towards Korean because first of all, it's really easy to read. It'll probably take you 10 minutes to figure out how to read Korean. So I don't know what the history is, guys, about the Korean written script or whatever it is, but it's super easy to learn. As far as Mandarin Chinese, you have to learn Chinese characters, and there's thousands and thousands of characters that you have to learn. But in order to just be basically functional and have a dialogue with somebody, you don't really need to learn that many characters. Obviously, if you're going to read a newspaper, that's a different story. There's thousands you need to learn. With Japanese, there's three types of script. There's the kanji, which is the Chinese script. There's hiragana, which is the Japanese, I don't know what you call it, and then there's the katakana, which is the Japanese for foreign words or whatever. So say they have some foreign word, maybe pizza or something, it might be written in that script. So you have to learn those three scripts, which is pretty easy to learn because two of them are phonetic anyways. But I guess the hard part is learning the Chinese characters. So it really comes down to the Chinese characters thing, right? So as far as reading goes, Korean it's hands down, it's the easiest. But then the problem is that you need context because you have a word and it's the same word. There's this word "bay," right, which is, it can mean stomach, it can mean pear, and it can also mean boat. So depending on the context of the sentence, you won't really you have to read the sentence to know what they're talking about. So if you just want to learn a language and kind of get into the culture, then I would say go ahead with Korean. But then there's also stuff like visa problems and stuff too, because you can't really stay there without a working visa and without a reason. And also if you want to go in there and have you want to just stay there for 3 months, because I can do that with a Canadian passport. They'll say, okay, well, you need a ticket in and a ticket out, right? So there's kind of these details you have to worry about when you go to Korea. So hopefully, guys, that was helpful for expats learning languages in Asia, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.